Hi, my name is Miss K. I'm just a person of the earth, hanging out, living life. If you're seeing this video, then I'm here to tell you about life's purpose. What is it all really about? Lots of people have different opinions, and you can go on the internet and hear 1,000 different worldviews, and well, here's my take. Life is about what gives you meaning, what makes you feel fulfilled, what really puts a pep in your step, what makes you want to wake up in the morning. And that can be a lot of different things for different people. For some people, maybe it's making art, maybe it's making money, maybe it's getting to know people or being a parent. There are lots of different things, but one thing I can tell you that is really important is to know who you are, because you can't really feel fulfilled or understand your purpose here if you don't know who you are and what you want to do. It's a lot easier said than done, right? Easy for me to say, who are you? What do you want to do with this big life that we have? And there's so much stuff that you could do with your time, and there's so many directions that you can take. I mean, the world is your oyster, truly. But to understand who you are, you need to spend some time alone. I understand we all have friends and family, people that we want to see and spend time with, but it's hard sometimes to keep yourself when you spend a lot of time around others or hearing others' thoughts. I'd like to give you the example of the internet, because those of us who spend a lot of time on the internet, especially socially, I think lose ourselves in what other people are doing, what other people have to say, other people's opinions on how we should live. So, as an example, I've been off social media now for about a year. And in this year where I haven't been on social media, I've done a lot of things. And I've gotten more time opened up in my day to do the things I enjoy, like planting my garden that's over there, or playing my retro video games, doing my woodworking, spending time with people in real life. And when all that time that I was spending online opened up to doing instead of observing what other people are doing, I found myself again. When you were a little kid, there were things that you loved to do, things that just made you happy, or a place that you just felt connected, normal. And for me, that was always just being outside, being in the garden, touching the grass, playing around, looking at bugs and stuff. That was always just what I really enjoyed. And as I'm turning 30 and the winds of change are here, I've realized that it's important for me to find that again. Who I am. I feel like there was so much stuff, hardship, just total hardship that I went through for 15 plus 20 years of my life. Was just one hardship after the other. And I And I mean rock bottom at certain points. Like, I made some bad decisions, but I was also not in an environment where it would be easy for me to succeed. And I found a lot of solace in just being outside. You hear the birds and see the trees and the leaves blow. I mean, this is real life, not the problems, that we have created by modern society. I mean, this is where you're meant to be. This is where you were truly born to be. Sitting in the shade, hunting, gathering, simple survival stuff. But it's easy now to get lost. It's easy to get lost in technology and what other people are doing and the people in your life influencing your personality. It's good to find out who you are. Because once I found, oh, that's right, I like nature, I like gardening, I like being in plants, I started to feel so much happier in my life. And a year later now, I just wake up so grateful for what I have. I mean, I don't have much, don't get me wrong, I'm not a wealthy woman. But for what the things I do have, well, life is pretty good. I mean, could a girl like me really ask for more than something like that? A place to live, food to eat, a yard to play in? Well, I'm pretty damn lucky, aren't I? And the thing is I feel lucky because I know that this is what my heart wants. Now, I still have to show up and do a job every day because, like I said, I'm not a wealthy woman. I still have to work. And I don't necessarily do something I want to do forever. But I do something that will make me enough money that I can do what I want to do forever someday, which is be a farmer. And I'll tell you that's something, you wake up more driven, more grateful, you feel more purpose every day when you know what you're working towards, because you know who you are and you know what will make you happy. It's an incredible thing, really. And, well, I really hope that you find that. But some questions, who are you? What makes you happy? Not just what do you think the people around you will be happy with, but what would make you happy on your inside? Like, it's not always what other people want you to be that's going to make you happy. And that's okay. Because sometimes we outgrow people in life, but we're never going to outgrow ourselves here. If you catch my drift, we're going to have to live with ourselves for our lives and what we choose to do with our lives. And one day our lives are going to end. It's true. We aren't going to live forever. So we might as well spend our time doing things that make us happy and feel fulfilled, that give life a greater purpose and meaning than just showing up and doing your grind. What are you grinding for? Because you can get as much stuff in the world as you want. You could have a mansion full of things, but that doesn't mean that you would feel happy or fulfilled. But there's something peaceful just about sitting here in my ordinary yard, in my unmowed grass and clover. I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than if you're not enjoying something like this, then you're really missing out. And I hope one day that, you could join me here. Because it truly is a beautiful life if you stop to take a look around. I know it can be hard sometimes, especially when life's got you down, but trust me, life's got me down just plenty. And I still get to sit here and enjoy a peaceful moment. Just me and the earth and this video camera. But I will say that money is not everything. And I understand that making money is important to survive because, like I said, I also work, but what are you working for? Are you working to keep working for the rest of your life for corporations or companies that maybe don't have your best interests in mind? That's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for my opportunities, but it's not where my heart will thrive. It's not where my spirit will feel at peace. And I wasn't raised with religion, so I couldn't tell you something, about God or anything like that, but I can tell you what I believe when it comes to the meaning of life. And that's to have the most positive impact on yourself and other people. The world, really. Because, of course, to preserve yourself, you're always going to think about yourself, or at least you should think about yourself. You should always consider yourself when you make decisions. Because you can't continue to make good decisions if you're not around. So, make good decisions that positively impact yourself, but try not to do it at the expense of other people or the world around you, because the world is alive. I mean, it's alive, and we break it up and pour concrete over it all the time, and well, that just ain't right, is it? So, when you live your life, try to be kind. It's not always easy, and trust me, I've been mean and bitter many times in my life. But try. When you try to make decisions, try to make ones that have the most positive impact on you and others. Because the world will be a better place for it. And trust me, if other people did that when they spoke to you, when they interacted with you, I bet you would have a lot of respect for that person. So if you do it, you'll have a lot of respect for yourself. And when you walk around having respect for yourself, people do notice this. You walk with more confidence. And you start to understand who you are just by making good choices. Now, there's nothing saying that that's what's going to make you successful. But what it is going to do is build a community of people who would be there to support you. Maybe not everybody. Not everyone you help is going to return the favor. But I think you'll find when you're nice to people, they're usually nice back. And if you're treating everybody like your friend everywhere you go, well, you're going to have friends everywhere you go. And then even the bleakest of times, you can see the light on the other side. And when they're having tough times, you can help them find the light on the other side. And that way, no one gets left behind. It's a sweet sentiment, I know, and it's not always possible, but we can at least try. It may not always be the right decision to be nice to somebody. Sometimes someone is very cruel, may not deserve kindness. To which I would say that sometimes the kindness that people need is the kindness to be honest and forthcoming with others. If somebody's a very rude person or, very angry, it's okay to maybe criticize that a little bit. And the kindness is saying, hey, how come you're yelling so much? Or What about this is making you so upset that you need to yell? Less of like a accusatory thing like stop yelling at me, but more of just a seeking to understand, because I feel like a lot of us feel alone and misunderstood. And I think at the end of the day, sometimes we just want to be heard. There's nothing wrong with that. But if they don't listen to you, it's perfectly okay to walk away from a situation. Just try not to hurt anybody on the way out. And, figure out what you want to do. Do you want to be like me and have some land and, work the earth? Be outside, touch some grass every day? Or do you maybe want to travel? Do you want to see the world? Do you want to learn how to fly planes or, drive a race car or start your own business? These things are possible. You can do them. And maybe you can't always get exactly what you want to do, but we can get pretty close. And when you find that you're doing things that make you feel purpose and make you feel fulfilled, well, you're not going to want to pay attention to social media because you're going to be too busy living your life, your real life. Not staring at your phone, scrolling, paying attention to these random strangers you've never met in real life. You have no idea if the lies that they post online are even real. But I can tell you what is real, and that's sitting right here in the grass with me. Well, thanks for sitting here and listening to me yap. It's been nice dumping my heart out to you, and yeah, I hope you find out who you are. And if you do know who you are, or you think you remember who you used to be when you were a kid, let me know. Because maybe we can help you figure it out. Well, I'd love nothing better anyway. So yeah, thanks for sitting with me and have a good one.